Hello, everyone. Um, oh my God, I'm so sorry for starting off some few minutes a bit later than we we had agreed. Uh, how is everyone today? I hope you are all good. Just a minute for me to get us all up. Okay. So, welcome once again to the Pink Room. Okay. Pink Room is being organized by Kind Hearts Charity Foundation. In Kind Hearts Charity Foundation, we aim at achieving a future where breast cancer mortality rate will be reduced to its barest minimum. Okay? Um, we aim to achieve this by scaling up education and awareness, and this awareness is targeted at key barriers among the Black communities, and we are also aiming at empowering women of all backgrounds to be their own health advocates. We want to end the isolation among breast cancer survivors and to improve their quality of life. Okay, without any disparity in age, race, and others. So in the Pink Room, we aim to have these conversations where everyone will feel at home. Here we will be discussing anything and everything about breast cancer. So today I will be having some very wonderful guests on the show. I am really excited to have them come on board. First of all, I will be having very lovely ladies in the house, actually, I must say. First of all, I'll be having Benita. Benita, very brief introduction. Benita is one of a kind, okay? She's been a friend, and I must say she also is very helpful in these breast cancer awareness programs. She has been amazing. She has a very lovely organization called Rose Breast Health. Let me not take you deep into that. Benita will be unveiling everything about Rose Breast Health, and we'll see all that she is doing. She is amazing. And alongside with Benita, we'll also be having lovely Ewa. Ewa, you know I love you. She is amazing. She is just who we want. She is a very lovely lady who I've known for quite some time. And since upon knowing her, I've never had any regrets coming in contact with such an amazing woman. I call her an enigma. So having said this, I also will be having some other women join us. Amaka Okbala, you are amazing, you are lovely. And also Ukamaka has been doing amazing jobs also. So without taking much of our time, because time is of the essence, so you can all go back to what you're doing. I will be bringing in Benita. I'll be bringing in Benita. I'm just going to invite Benita now. Benita, I hope you are awake. The time is just not so nice for her, but she's just lovely, wanting to come online with us. Benita, are you there? Can you? Hello. Hi, Benita.
Hello.
I'm glad to have you here.
Amaka, can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay,
And I
because
hope our viewers can hear you as well. So Benita is up here now. I'm also hoping to bring up Ewa. Ewa is not yet here. Okay, so we will be starting with Benita, and hopefully Ewa will be joining us in very little time. Okay. So Benita, you are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Amaka. This is such a great honor
You
to be
are
able to
welcome.
continue to do this with you.
You are
And
welcome.
thank you.
Sweetheart, can I ask you please to tell us briefly about the wonderful, wonderful works you've been doing in your organization and how your organization has helped our women in this battle
Yeah,
called breast cancer.
thank you. Actually, I'm a very passionate medical science, radiation scientist.
Mhm.
I'm fortunate enough to work in Australia public health industry, and my motivation came when I worked as a mammographer with Breast Screen New South Wales, which is in Australia, and I saw firsthand the importance of screening and early detection and how it positively impacts women in their journey with breast cancer. And I looked at myself and I said, why can't we have this? And instead of asking the question and waiting for someone else to do this, I decided to take matters into my hand. And that's how Rose Breast Health was birthed. Rose Breast Health is a breast cancer charity organization. What we do is to provide healthcare access to women who could not have access otherwise, and also raise awareness about breast cancer organization. It has been a wonderful blessing for me and my family because we get to see firsthand what access to healthcare can do in the lives of people. Healthcare is actually a right. It's not a privilege. It's a right of everyone to have healthcare. And
Mm.
in an event where we all get, because we don't know what's going to happen, we want to be supported. We want to be able to access healthcare. And breast care, when we say breast cancer awareness, what are we really talking about? We want to be aware about what to look out for in the case of breast cancer. This affects every woman. The only difference between the women back home and the women in the Western world is just healthcare access. And this is where Rose Breast Health comes in. So, in a nutshell, what do? We provide access to screening, and we also raise awareness about breast cancer. Thank
Oh,
you.
oh, that's so lovely. That is so lovely. I just want to quickly say this before we go ahead. I want to give a medical disclaimer, okay? So any medical information referred to or through this medium is given as information only and is not intended as medical diagnosis or treatment. It's not intended to replace consultation with a qualified medical practitioner and is not intended to advocate or recommend the purchase of any product or to endorse or guarantee the credentials or appropriateness of any healthcare provider. We strongly suggest here in the pink room that you consult your healthcare professional for specific advice about your situation. I thought it very necessary to make this clear. Okay. So once again, you're all welcome. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. Yes. So now we have. Oh yeah, she is here. Just 1 minute. I want to bring her on board. Oh, why am I not being able to bring her up? Um, I can't bring her up. Why? Okay. Ewa, I don't know why, but I'm not able to bring you in. I really don't know why that is. Um, I don't know. Do you mind logging off? Please, Ewa, do you mind logging off and logging back on? Maybe it will come up for me to add you, if that's okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, so once again, I'm Uzo. I don't think I said that initially. My name is Uzo, actually. So just pardon me. I want to go ahead to ask lovely Benita just very few questions because honestly, her organization has been making great impact, has been making great impact in the area of breast cancer, both in awareness and in other aspects. So I really, really commend her. And I want to ask you, Benita, I mean, for the purposes of our lovely viewers, can you please tell us what motivated you actually to start your own charity? I mean, you have told us overview of what you are doing, but we would like to know what really motivated you to start your own organization.
Thank you, Amaka. My motivation actually comes from experiencing what firsthand what give access to healthcare can do in the life of women going through breast cancer, and just being able to. So, like I said before, I witnessed this work firsthand because I worked as a mammographer screening women with Breast Screen Australia, and I recognize that whatever works for them will definitely work for us if we use the same approach, because we're all the same. Breast cancer is the same across our nation. And I decided to take matters into my hands and contribute play my part in the fight against breast cancer. And to be honest, it has been very rewarding. Has been very rewarding. Two things that we need, right? Two things that we need that if you offer to everyone, that's healthcare access and that's awareness. So if we know, and then when we know where to go, and also we have the resources to actually get the access to healthcare that we need.
Lovely, lovely. We have Ewa now joining us. She's not yet up. I do not know why, but I'm already bringing her up. She will join us. Hopefully, she will join us very soon. I mean, I've already requested for her to join us. So as you come on board, can I please request that you share this program? You never can tell whose life could be saved by getting the right information on how to go about whatever any case they have concerning their breasts. Okay, Benita, thank you so much for your answers. I wanted to ask again, if you don't mind, can you tell us, in this charity supporting cancer awareness and their patients and your impact on early detection, can you tell us so far what you have done? Are there instances where your organization has really helped to save lives? Is there any one particular event that strikes or stands out in your work since you started your organization?
Thank you, Amaka. Yes, we've actually, in the space of 2 years, we've actually supported over 20 women. And this includes people, yeah, over 20 women, and this includes just people that we've provided access to diagnosis, timely diagnosis and treatment. And then more than 10 women have gone for screening, right? And it's a big challenge to get women to go for screening, especially if there's no signs or symptoms that they haven't noticed any changes. So we're struggling in that regard, but that's a story for another day. Since we started, I'm going to give you two classic stories, and these two women will represent early detection and late detection, right? And the first woman was, I'm going to give you the credit. It was after our very first webinar that I did with you, and they got to find out about us via Facebook. And this was a pastor. He contacted us and said, my church member has this challenges, blah blah blah, but she doesn't know what to do, right? So we stepped in. Rose Bethel stepped in and we said, that's all right. This woman is in another city, and we had to transport her from the city where she was to the city where she needs to get access, right? And she went there. It was discovered that she does have a mass, but it wasn't malignant yet. So I work with the doctors. We do partner with hospitals across Africa to give this support. So one of our partners in Nigeria helped her out. She got diagnosed almost in the space of 6 weeks. She got diagnosed and also went for a day surgery. They said she didn't even need admission and all that. The mass was taken out and she went back home, came back for checkup, and she was all clear. That's a classic case of early detection and timely access. So two things were involved here. She detected it earlier. She had somewhere to go for support, and she got supported. And the other case, which is the extreme case, was a lady who noticed changes in her breast, and she didn't actually know what to do. She went to her family member, and family member said, "That's okay, you're lactating," because she was breastfeeding at the time. And family member, "That's okay, it's normal, it's common for breastfeeding mothers to have those signs, so symptoms." And she stayed. She had this in her for over 3 years. When it became apparent that maybe this is no longer the case, and this might be a serious case, what did she do? She didn't know where to go. And even when she went to the hospital, she didn't have the money to even start a proper diagnosis or treatment. Well, fast forward to when Rose Breast Health started. She had this mass for that would be about 5 years after that Rose Breast Health started. And the doctor that I work with in Lagos, who was treating a client for me, called me up and said, "I do have someone that is going through this." Actually, the doctor helped us with screening, and he said, "I do have someone that is going through. Can your organization support?" I said, "We can't support right now." Anyway, fast forward to when we were able to support her. She started. That was the very first time she started treatment. She couldn't start because there was no funds. We rallied around, raised funds for her. She's going through treatment, but unfortunately, her one is palliative because it's very late, it's advanced. So she's going through palliative treatment. She's not eligible for surgery, but she's been going through chemotherapy. Her her situation has actually changed. She's responding to treatment. She's looking very well. And just the other day, her first daughter, who is 15 years, finished WIAC, and her result is excellent. This woman is alive today to see her child finish secondary school, get an excellent result, and doing amazing things. And she's still going to live because of Rose Breast Health. Thank you.
Oh my God. So this is actually what this is all about, I must say. We desire that lives will be saved, the lives of women, and actually men too, you know. But you find out that when our women are saved, when their lives are saved, they are able to raise the Elon Musk of our time, the Mike, what do you call him, Zuckerberg of our time, and you know, so Mark, yes. So it's so important, and it's a passion in my heart, and I'm so happy that there are like minds who truly want to save the lives of our women. We want to commend you immensely, Benita, for all that your wonderful organization is doing. If you are happy, you could drop down your website, your social media, addresses, so that our audience can follow you and keep up to date with what you are doing. So you can just drop that in the comments below.
Okay.
Thank you ever so much. Do I have anything else to tell you, to ask you, Benita? You have been so amazing.
Thank you.
Yes. Just one last question, and I will. Yes, I want one last question for you. Can you tell us what are some of the common signs and symptoms of breast cancer in men and women?
Yes, thank you. I will. Without trying to use so many words, I'm just gonna say the most common ones, and which when we find, we must not ask our family members, not ask friends. We must go to see our doctors immediately. And the most classic one is lump. It doesn't mean that it's breast cancer, but it's something we see. The first thing actually is to be breast aware. That's the first thing that we need to know. And what is being breast aware? It's just having a good look at your breast and making sure that you know what they look like normally, and that will help you to actually observe if there's any change, right? And while you're looking and while you're doing your breast self examinations and all that, and if you notice any lump, please go to the hospital. Please do not wait. Go to the hospital immediately. Reach out to Rose Breast Health, and we will guide you if you don't know what to do. The next one is the size, because our breast, we have two breasts, and the sizes are usually the same. So you and if you notice that one side is suddenly, if you notice that one side is suddenly becoming bigger than the other side, or maybe the shape of one breast is changing and looking different from the other side, it's a thing that you need to look into. You don't have to panic. You just have to go to the hospital and get a mammogram screening, or get a specialist in breast examination to help you out. Also, thickening. It could be that there's a little bit of thickening on your skin, the skin breast of the skin of the breast. Make sure you check it out. There might be changes in color, and so lump changes in color, change in size, change in shape, nipple discharge. If you don't normally get nipple discharge, the why is very important to know about why is very important to be breast aware is so you know what is not normal for you. So if you don't normally get discharge, please, once you witness any discharge, immediately run to your doctor. And those are the four that I'm going to list for now. I don't want to give too many confusing information, but that's very four classic common signs, please. Lump, nipple discharge, changing shape and size, and thickening.
Oh, thank you so much, Benita. Finally, I have lovely Ewa joining us. Ewa, I'm so glad to have you. I was already a bit panicky, you know, but I'm glad you are here. I am so glad you are here. Please, before we go ahead, can I ask you, our lovely audience, to please quickly like and share this broadcast. If you can, there could be someone somewhere who will benefit from what the conversation we are having today. Remember, we are aiming to save lives. That's all we've come to do. We've come to help us to find out what's normal for us, so that when we find something not normal, we are able to go to our doctors. We are here to encourage you to be your own health advocate. Okay, so having said that, so go ahead, like, share, and comment. If you have questions, please comment and ask your questions. There's going to be time for that, and we will answer your questions. Okay, so very speedily, Benita, thank you so much. I think it will be lovely to just let you go, because you have done so well. I mean, the time difference is all the way from Australia, and you are doing this for us. God bless you. God bless you. We hope to have you some other time in the pink room, where we have conversations about anything and everything about breast cancer. Thank you so much to Rose Breast Health for all that you're doing. And with that, we are just going to say to Benita, please hang around in case we have questions for you. Just for a little bit more time before you go to bed. Sorry, I'm asking for something. Thank you so much. Thank you. With that, I'll be letting you off now. Okay? Thank you. We are proud of you. Bye, my love. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming on in this live broadcast. I'm just taking yes. Good. So now I have my very lovely lawyer. I love the fact that she is a lawyer. Women can do great things, can't we?
Oh,
now to God be all the glory. You're welcome, my lovely friend. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on today's program. Thank you. I truly appreciate you. I would want just very brief introduction. So Ewa is a lawyer, a legal practitioner in our midst. She also has gone through her journey with breast cancer and has come out on the other side stronger, wiser, more beautiful. Everything good is with Ewa, and we love her so much. Thank you again, lovely Ewa, for coming on to this show. She has got her organization as well. She's been doing so well in the area of spreading this news about breast cancer awareness, helping people to save their lives, telling them what to look out for, how to go about it, as well as the very spiritual part of it. She has been leading us in prayers. I have been blessed by her platform. So let me not waste so much time because I can take all the time telling you everything you do. I really want to say welcome. Thank you for coming on board.
I'm pleased to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, lovely. Thank you. So first on my questions for you, can you please tell us, can you share with us your story, how it has shaped you, how it has made you even a better person? What happened? How did you what did you find out in your breast? How did it happen? This could be a lesson for someone somewhere to someone somewhere to learn from your journey. Okay, so yes, go ahead, Ewa, please introduce yourself to us and you go ahead with the answer.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you so much for all the work that you're doing. God bless you, and thank you for having me. Hello everyone, whatever time zone that you're joining us from, you're welcome. So my name is name is Titilayo. Some know me as Titilayo, but I go by Ewa. Ewoluwa. Ewoluwa means the beauty of God. So my name is Titilayo Ewa Adeli, and as Uzo has introduced me, yes, I'm a legal practitioner by training. Yes, I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 3 fantastic, lovely children, and after the cancer diagnosis, after the treatment and all of that, I went on to be certified as a coach. Actually, as a cancer coach and a transformational coach, because what I do really is to help people be transformed just the way I went through a transformation. So I believe it. I'm also very passionate about event management. I have a few hats, but let's just leave it there with regards to what we're doing today. Okay, so how did it start? I'm sure like every woman or most women or most people that go through this, I believe that life was going good for me, for us as a family. My children, I have 3 children, so I have the 2 older ones were in very good schools, and I had just had a child, and my baby was 12, she was 14 months old. And this day in the bathroom, I just felt a lump in my right breast. I didn't think anything of it at all. I kept checking it. Now, I kept checking it because you're not thinking of breast cancer. Well, I wasn't thinking of breast cancer. Breast cancer is what you see on TV. It doesn't come to you. That was what I thought. But because I also know that if things are not right in your body, you go and check with the GP. My mother is a nurse. So I went to, sorry?
Lovely Ewa, please, can I just break you slightly there, please? Very, very sorry about that. But I just want to tell our lovely audience, can you please quickly share this live video? Someone who benefit from this wonderful, awesome story that we are hearing from Ewa today. Can you please quickly share this video? Call someone, tell them to tune in so they can hear for themselves And maybe, we never can tell, maybe someone's life will be impacted by this story, this awesome story that we're about to hear. Please, can I ask you, can I beg you to share this live video? Share it on your timeline, share it, like it, so it can spread more to more people and more lives can be saved. Thank you so much for doing this. Please continue, sweetheart. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you so much. So I went to the GP and said, this is what I felt. The GP felt it too and said, okay, I'm going to refer you to the hospital. Did that. I was invited for a mammogram and ultrasound. Now, let me just quickly chip in here. I live in the United Kingdom, and you only get invited for a mammogram by the government, that's NHS, when you're 50. Okay, well, when you're approaching 50, I was 44 at this age, so there wasn't going to be any invite for mammogram. Okay, so I was sent for mammogram and ultrasound. When the results came back, I was referred for a biopsy. So a few days later again, I got invited by the hospital for the test results. And they were saying that it looked like cancer, but that they needed to do more scans, more tests, more appointments. And I went. It was just, so when I found the lump, it was in April. So I went for more test results, more scans, everything, and eventually I was told it was cancer. Actually, the day I went, I went from work. I closed early from work, and I was just skipping, dancing. It was like, it's not a big deal. I went alone. I didn't really tell anybody. But then when I went in, everything was so sober. And did you come with someone? I was saying, come with someone. You didn't tell me to come with someone. Or usually they write that in the letter, whatever. But I didn't think about anything about it. Anyway, they said it was cancer, and that the treatment plan was going to be surgery to remove the lump, look at what it is, give, the staging, blah, blah, and all of that. Then they'll follow up with chemotherapy, radiation, and, years of hormonal treatments. Okay, so from April till September, in September, I had a day surgery to remove the lump. The results from that lump was that the good news was that the cancer had not spread. It was still in its position, what they call in situ, carcinoma or something like that. But there was, after taking out the lump, they said there were traces. So taking out the lump, the first result was that there were still traces of the cancerous cells around the margins where the lump had been removed. Now, this meant that they needed to go back and take out more tissues from the breast, around the margin. So I had another surgery. The results were the same, that there were still, cancerous cells around the margin. And this was where things really got really heavy. And it was like, is this real? And they were advising a mastectomy. Okay. Now, let me just pause here to say, everybody's journey is different. Your cancer journey is unique because of a few things that I'm going to say. Your cancer journey is unique, and I like the disclaimer that Uzo had put out later. Your journey is unique. You need to be your own personal advocate. You need to, you need to inform yourself. So the advice is mastectomy, and everything just went pear-shaped for me as an individual. I became very, very restless. I couldn't do the mastectomy. I couldn't think about going for the mastectomy. So I asked for time to think about it. Now, being a person of faith, for me, what that meant was to go and pray about it. Anyway, long story cut short, I didn't go for the mastectomy, and they did other things. It was like they kept doing tests. So my chemo, I found the lump in April. My chemo did not start until January the following year. Okay, so I went through chemo, radiation, the full lot. And by May of that year, I had completed, chemotherapy and radiotherapy, and then they put me on hormonal treatments. Okay, so let me stop there. That's my journey. So because of the time, I'm going to take more questions.
I wish we have all the time in the world, and I would really, I really would have loved our audience to, to hear the full of it. But anyway, we will be having more of you on the pink room, hopefully. So I'm sure you will share more for us. Can you please highlight like the challenges and the milestones that you've had in your journey through breast cancer? Just this could be helping someone who is currently going through this journey.
Okay, so challenges and milestones. Let me start first with the challenges. So I think the challenges for me, more than anything, is the stigma and the culture that I had. So culture everywhere culture. So culture within the Black, community, our culture in the church. Okay, so if you're sick, for example, if you're not well, you want to think that your faith-minded people, faith-like-minded people will want to pray with you. The culture of silence in the church about cancer, in the Black community on cancer. Yes, you have had cancer, but please don't talk about it here. The shush culture, and the fact that that silence culture is in our community, Black community, is in the church. Then the church as well is, there's also the culture of what sin did you commit that you have cancer? Now, maybe people are not aware, but you being the person that's what you get from people. And sometimes it comes with isolation, it comes with judgment, being judgmental about it, a whole lot, yes. And then the other bit for me as well, I caught on that, is that people often think that cancer ends once chemotherapy ends. Once you finish your treatment, people review that, have you not done your treatment? Why are you talking about it again? No, I thought so as well. And I will only just give an example, because when I was going to do my treatment, I took voluntary redundancy at work to say, let me concentrate on my health. Maybe I have been so busy as a mother working, and all of that. So immediately I finished my treatment, I started looking for work again, and I got work. But you see, that's what I understood as well. Instead, if that treatment is only one phase, is only one part of the journey to your recovery. Now, being made whole and being well means you need to start recovering. It's like a car has gone through a blast. You need to recover. So finishing treatment is not the end of the cancer, journey. Okay. Now, milestones. Milestones was, I think for me, milestone was, my milestone was when I could actually sit down and tell people about it without crying.
Oh.
That was one milestone for me, that I could share my story without weeping, without crying. Another milestone, sorry, hello. Another milestone for me.
Waiting a while.
Okay. I think another milestone for me was, okay, when the doctor said it's all clear now, that was one huge one for me. I think that actually even came before, and then the milestone, and every year I go through that, is seeing my 14-month-old baby, who is now approaching 13. I see her, and I think God quickly gave her that child to God quickly gave me that child to say, see, you can't go anywhere. You have to look after this one, So seeing her, she's approaching 13 now. She's going to be 13 in December. I give God the praise for that. Yes, so let me let's just leave it there. You're muted.
Yes. Oh, sorry. So sorry about that. Honestly, I am short of words. I'm short of words. You see, this is exactly part of the reason why we are all leaving whatever we ought to be doing at this time of the day, and we are all here on the pink room having this discussion, so that we can see that breast cancer is not a death sentence. We've got lovely Ewa here, giving us such an inspirational story about how she has gone through this journey, come out through the other side unscattered. This is because, one, she has positivity, and we're going to talk about that as well. Many things that helped her. She's going to be sharing with us as well the different things that helped her through her journey. So if you know anyone who is currently going through her journey or his journey, because as a matter of fact, it could be a man and it could be a woman. Breast cancer is no respecter of person, not age, not sex. It can happen to anyone. So, and that is why we are doing this. Okay. So please, if you can share this live broadcast. If you know anyone that is going through this journey, her journey or his journey at this time, please can you share to them? Tell them to come on board. They could have questions for lovely Ewa, and Ewa will be happy to share with us, just to show us it is not a death sentence. It's not a death sentence. I am a mammographer by training, and I've really seen many people, quite a number, yes, who have gone through it and they have come out on the other side. Okay, so please share and invite friends and family members to come and listen to Lovely Ewa. So yes, having said that, lovely, can I ask, like I just said, can you share with us some of the things that kept you going when you were going through that journey? I call it a journey because it is truly a journey. You go from one thing to another, from the diagnosis, from not really believing, is this really real? Sometimes we look at breast cancer like it's meant for some people. Oh no, it could happen to anyone. What we are preaching is early detection. The earlier you find anything out on your breast, the easier it is to treat you, and you can come back to at least something very close to what your life was before your diagnosis. I don't want to take much of your time, so please, can you share with us what were some of the things? I believe there will be some people who are going through their journeys right now, and there could be some husbands whose wives are going through the journey now, some sisters going through the journey, friends, whatever, but that our audience who are listening now can know some of the things that help you get through to the other side, so they can also put that into practice.
Thank you so much. Okay, some of the things that helped me is that when it came out and was like breast cancer, even though, in hindsight now, I can sit down and say, okay, this is what I went through, but I didn't get any tips or anything from anywhere. So I'm just going to go through it. My initial response was disbelief, or maybe even denial. Like I said, we heard of breast cancer on TV, and maybe what happened to other people. Okay, so when it came and I was going for tests and all, because I didn't have any pain, so it was just the love I felt.
Mm.
That's why I said everybody's journey is unique, but you can pick up tips from other people's own and say, okay, maybe I'll apply this. Yes. You know, I didn't feel like pain. I wasn't sick. You know, there was nothing, there was no puckering, you know, there was no pain, there was no distract, nothing. It was just that lump that I felt, that a lump that I couldn't see, I could just feel it. Okay. So when all of that was happening, treatment and all of that, I am a woman of faith. The first thing that came to me was I started looking for a person of faith who had gone through the journey. Why? Because I read the Bible says, by his stripes I was healed. How do I balance that? How do I marry that with what the doctors are telling me, saying this, saying that? I mean, it really got me confused. I was thinking, does that mean that I should, because I was healed 2,000 years ago, I should not go for treatment? You know, I was thinking a lot of things. Then I moved on to the fact, like I said, I come from a medical home as well. My mom is a nurse. Okay, I have seen treatment. I have seen the impact that medical, you know, plays in the health of people. So I know that when things are not well, to go to the hospital. So I moved from the fact that I'm a child of God. If doctors say that there's something wrong in my body, I shouldn't be there, then God, please take it out, make me whole. I know you work in mysterious ways. God can work through instant healing. He can work through doctors. He can work through surgery. So I said, this was my prayer to God. God, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to cooperate with you. I'm going to cooperate with the doctors as well. Okay, so I'll go for my treatment. So this is what I did. In the daytime, because it was hospital treatment, you know, and all of that, you go for chemo, you're resting before, you know. So I went for treatment in the daytime. At night, I prayed. Oh, I prayed. I prayed for healing. I prayed for God, the medical professionals who are attending to me. At night, anything any doctor told me, I reported it to God. I said, God, you see what this is, that I'm asking for direction. What did I also do? I took out, and I'm only just saying this, I know it, and so you could be a Muslim, you could be whatever faith, but this is what I did. Okay, I took out healing scriptures and I wrote them out, and I put them in places where I come in contact with the kitchen. The house, even at that time, there was a, you know, like how do you put it, like a corridor where, you know, so I wrote there, I will not die, I shall. So when I came in contact with those scriptures. Secondly, is I set up a support network. Even if it is one person that is with you, even if it is one person that is on your side. So when I'm surround yourself with people who will take on your matter, loved ones, friends, support groups like, you know, Kind Heart, Charity, that would walk with you. That's why it's called the journey. That will walk through with you that journey, support you, give you advice. At night when you can't sleep, you have somebody to call. Like that. Even if it is one person, have somebody who is there to listen to you, to support you. What I also did was I educated myself.
Good.
I went to the internet. No, even at that time, it wasn't as it is now, but I went to the internet, and you could go to Google. I started reading on what the diagnosis was, you know, what I can do. So I would discuss it with the sister that I said, who was my like a support network, with my mom, with my husband, you know, so that I could take the right decisions. Cancer is a diagnosis that has so many decisions to take, and they are bombarding you with them, changing routine. You have tests, you have appointments, you have doctors, you have consultants. The doctor will tell you, I have to tell you the way it is. I don't want to hide anything from you. You go home, you're thinking about that. Should I not? Sometimes it's as if you're in a maze, you know, as if you're going through a maze. You're going through a maze and you don't know, do I take this way? The truth is that you need to be really informed, and I'm just emphasizing this because a wrong twist, a wrong turn, a wrong decision can end up, you know, not the way God wants you to go. So I'm just saying, inform yourself. Uzo said before, advocate for yourself. Be your own advocate. When you have information and the correct information, you make informed decisions. Do you understand? Your voice is amplified. Then you can ask the right questions. So I asked the doctor, why are you suggesting mastectomy? He said, oh, it's a 50-50 chance. I said, 50-50? What do you mean 50-50? He said, we can go in and we may not need to. We are only saying it because it looks like, the margins are not clear. As some, we want to mastectomy so it doesn't come back. I said, so what you're telling me is that what you're telling me is that I may not necessarily need a mastectomy. You just want to do it to remove all the possibilities that the cancer will come back. They said yes. I said, okay, that's what I need. I do not believe that I need this mastectomy. It's not a life or death situation for me. Now, remember that I said I've been praying that God help me to make the right decision. Yeah. So that information he gave me just confirmed to me that I did not need to do the mastectomy. Now, I am not telling anybody, please, that don't do mastectomy. That's not what I'm saying. If it's going to save your life, please go ahead with it. But in my own situation, the doctors were just like, let's clear all the ground, so that it doesn't happen, that kind of thing. So I'm just saying it. Please inform yourself, educate yourself. Your support network can work with you. Some people even bring doctors into their network. Advocate for yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. One good thing that the Lord also helped me with, my mother was around when this happened, so she helped me with the children. Do you understand? Even with my 14-month-old child, so that you can focus on yourself. You can focus on being well. You can begin to, if you haven't been, maintain a healthy lifestyle, and look for ways to bring joy into your life. So another thing is laughter. My husband is a very funny person, can be very funny. So they try to make me laugh as much as possible. And I also looked out to make me laugh. Then relaxation. We're not very good with relaxing. Let's look out for time too. And then maintaining hope. Oh, that really helped me. And that's my own message, to say, see, everybody's, like I keep on saying, everybody's journey is different. Whatever your journey is, let it be filled with hope. Whatever your journey is, wherever God takes you to, eventually, let it be filled with, hope. Support yourself with inspirational stories. Look for things that will lift you up. You're already going through so much already. You don't need anything to put you. If anybody is going to come and start talking negativity where you are, please tell them to go to the door. Don't entertain. You don't owe anybody any explanation. Just let them go or avoid them. I think that's most of what I did, at least I've shared a few points.
Oh my God. I don't know. In fact, there are so many points I would love to bring up from what you said. I can't emphasize these things anymore. I don't know how else to emphasize it. The role of religion in breast cancer, especially among the Black community. I mean, when I say Black community, everywhere, UK, US, Nigeria, Uganda, everywhere. We are very, very, and it's a very beautiful thing, we are very religious people. But there is a place of religion, and there is a place for your medicine. I want you to understand that medicine, anytime you get it down into your heart that medicine or doctors or mammographers are also instruments in the hands of God. It will help you to know that you need to seek help when there is a problem with your breast. So you don't stay at home and just pray. There are some key points that I'm taking away from Lovely Ewa today. So she prayed, but as she prayed, she also went to the hospital. She sought medical help. And as she was seeking the help, she kept praying because she needed the doctors and the nurses to know what they are doing and not be carried away by some things, or maybe their husbands or their wives get them angry and they come and you know, I mean, this is not to say that I truly respect the medical personnel. I happen to be one of them. What the point I'm trying to make is that there is a need for you to pray as well as act well.
Absolutely.
There is a very great need for you to pray as well as take good action. Faith, no wonder the Bible said faith without work is dead. So if you are not able to walk, then your faith is dead. So really, I want to use this tiny opportunity to really encourage us. As your pastor says, oh, don't worry, this thing is for prayer. We're going to pray about it and we will conquer it. Now, continue to pray. And at the same time, continue to go to the hospital and ask God to please use those medical people to help you and get you well as soon as possible. This is, honestly, this point cannot be overemphasized. I must be very truthful. Also, she said something about support group. Here in Kind Hearts, we do support people who are still in their journey. Like she said, it's so important that there is someone you can call on at any time of the day. There's someone you can call on and the person can answer you and just talk with you. It mustn't be a pity party something. You know, it could be talk about something. We do this sometimes in Kind Heart as well. We try to reach out to people who are in their journey in Nigeria and in other places. So please, I hope, like I said, please, can you like and share this? Like and share this as Lovely Awa shares other parts of her stories too. Can you share this beautiful, beautiful broadcast so that more lives can be saved? Having said that, Lovely Ewa, can I, just as a way of, I'm sorry to take you through this again, but it's important. It's very important that hearing from the horse's mouth. Can you tell us what you think is the importance of early detection and treatment and how you played a major role in your case?
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, so like I shared, when I felt, I just felt the lump in my breast. By the time the diagnosis came, it was early stages. And I think that played a huge role in the treatment, the options, and even the chance of recovery. It plays a fantastic role. My own the diagnosis was at the early stages. So we're discussing the importance of early detection and treatment. And I know we have here on the ground here, we have the experts who know about early detection. But I am an example of, one that was detected early, and that really helped. Yes, I still went through all of, the treatment, chemo. Some people are not giving chemo and all that. What I'm trying to say is that also, impacted on my healing and recovering quicker. The truth is the early detection and treatment of breast cancer, it saves lives. It increases the chances of successful treatment. If you're able to nip something in the bud, whilst it's a lot better than when it's a full grown, thing. You will use more resources, you will spend more effort, more money, on anything in life. So we can just imagine that early detection, for treatment for breast cancer is beneficial for everyone. It's beneficial for the patient. The treatment they will get is beneficial to the primary health giver. They will spend less money. They will use less resources. if, you know, professional, even the community, you know, you can come to a community and say, oh, our survival rates here are, you know, because it was early detection. So there's so much survival rate, less invasive treatment options. You don't have to, you don't have to do like, you know, because what do we call it now? The traditional treatments are quite invasive, but if they are detected earlier, I don't think we could, you know, for example, surgery may not be necessary if the cancer is detected, you know, before it spread. Chemo may not be necessary, it may be radiation. I don't know. The doctors or the professionals will look at it and say, this is cut in early, they're able to do so much. It improves the quality of life, you know. And yes, there's just so much about, you know, it being detected early. It cannot be overemphasized. If you're hearing it every day, it cannot be overemphasized. And just to say also that, you know, so if you're not, well, I don't know what country you're in, whatever the medical plan for breast cancer is look for, wherever you are, what I'm trying to say, wherever you are, look out for a plan in managing yourself. Breast self-examinations, mammograms, you know. So if you're in a place like UK, for example, start your, you know, breast examinations if you're not up to the age of mammograms. When mammograms come, please take them and attend to them. If you're from a family where, you know, there's already breast cancer, you don't have to wait for mammograms. Even go and ask for a check to be done. Let them have you on their radar, because this has occurred in your family, and, you know, tell you what to do. And like I would always say, you know, God has a way in looking after his own. Pray at all times. God will help you.
God bless you, sweetheart. God bless you. As a way of wrapping up, you really spent time. Thank you. As a way of wrapping up with you for the moment, what advice would you give to someone who is currently going through his or her journey at this time?
Okay, so what would I? First of all, let me just say, for anyone going through it, I am really sorry that you've had to go through this journey, or you're where you are. And cancer can be fatal, but you can survive it. You know, when you're driving on the road, it can be fatal, but we all drive every day, we go to work, we come back. So that's the way I want you to look at it, to say, first of all, have that positive, you know, have that hope that this is another journey of life, it's another phase of life, and it will pass. It will soon pass. So have that at the back of your mind, so that whatever you're going through, your treatment, appointment, you're going with that positivity of mind. You're going with joy in your heart. You're approaching it from, you know, the positive side of things. Yes. And at this time, more than ever before, please enjoy the love of your family, you know, your friends, you know. And like I said, I think I said before, this is a time for you to do a couple of things. What works for you, but more importantly, have a support network. Seek a support network, not just anybody, people that you know you can rely on, you can trust. So for example, if you have a friend who's a radiographer, for example, oh, this is what the doctor said, can I draft you into my support group? So this is what one person insisted. She set up a WhatsApp group. So she had informed all of them and she put them together. So when the doctors told her anything, she dropped it in the chat, and the radiographer will respond, the doctor will respond, this one will respond. That way she was able to say, okay, when next you go now, this is what you ask, this is what you tell them, you know, this is what this means. I know there's information on the internet, but sometimes we really need to be careful. This is what this means, this is what it means. Then one would say, oh, who is free? I'm going to attend with you tomorrow. That way, she got support, right? So it's a lot of information, educating yourself as well, advocating for yourself, taking care of yourself. There may be times when you cannot do anything for yourself. So even your home, you can have some, if you have young children, who's going to take care of your children? Who's going to look after them? Who's going to do the school runs? And please accept, for some of us, it may be difficult, accept help. Accept help. Accept help. I'm just trying to, so I'll give an example. I was still doing all the things that I used to do, like cooking, taking care of the home, blah, blah, all of that. One day after the week following, the week after chemotherapy, I had just carried on doing all the things that I had been doing. And I just knew I was weak. I had to sit down. So I had gone to the kitchen to cook for the children, pending the time they would come back from school. What I needed to do was just, be open to one or two people and say, please, can you come and help me with lunch or send in lunch? But I thought I could carry on doing everything. That day, I crawled from the kitchen back to my bedroom just to relax. There was nobody at home. My husband had gone to work. The children were in school. I just went to the kitchen to quickly cook for them. I'm just trying to say that it's time to receive help from people. But you can begin to do that, set that in place, put those plans, those structure, those systems in place to help you, And the other thing is, after treatment, sometimes we think that we are okay. Try and communicate with people. Particularly, it's not even particularly, most breast cancer is for women, because the woman is the one who organizes everything. Do you understand? You're like the core in the house and all of that. So for example, if you're somebody who has been cooking 5 different dishes, they will still be expecting 5 different dishes. They don't understand that your body can no longer do 5 different dishes. So it's time to bring it down and say, guys, maybe let's do 2, let's do 1, involve everybody, because your body needs to recover.
Woo. Thank you so much, Ewa. Thank you. I sincerely cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much. Are there anyway, please stay tuned, because I am sure that there will be some questions in the comment section that you would answer for us. But we purposely don't want to take questions while you are talking, and we can do that at the end of the lovely program. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being so strong. Thank you for the spiritual part. Thank you for everything. And I must say, Ewa has an organization, like I said again. She will be giving us the details, so you can follow her, you can like her, and you'll be kept up to date, because she is actively involved in breast cancer awareness. So you can be kept up to date on information and things you need to know about breast cancer. So she'll be dropping her details in the comments. Her Facebook, IG, Instagram, and all that. She'll be dropping at her website as well, so that we can reach out to her when we want to, or when we need some. Thank you so much. Thank you again. Having said this, we will be letting you go for now. Remember, we are not letting you go. It's just for now. Just for now, so that we can bring up on board some other very fantastic ladies who will also be telling us sharing with us some very vital information as regards to breast cancer. Remember, you are in the pink room. And in the pink room, we aim to make you to feel at home, where we discuss anything and everything about breast cancer. So feel free to drop your questions in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and follow for more information. Thank you so much. Thank you, lovely Ewa. Thank you. We love you. We love you. And we're so proud of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Bye for now.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye for now. Okay. So, we are going to be inviting some other lovely, very lovely, wonderful ladies to join us. I have here, I'm going to try to invite both of them at the same time, and if that works, that'll be good. And if it doesn't, then I'll take them one at a time. So who I'm having now, I'm having a very lovely lady, Amaka Bala. Amaka was my classmate. I've always loved her. Very beautiful lady like that. And she's a colleague as well. She's a mammographer, she's a radiographer. She has been doing great work. In fact, it was one of the works she did on Facebook that I saw and made me say, oh my God, this lady needs to be heard by more people. So before I ask her to introduce herself, can you please go ahead to share this live video? Share this live video. Call your friends and your family, anyone that you think might benefit from this wonderful program. Okay. Having said that, hello, hi Amaka. You are welcome to this program.
Mamesy.
Ami, please, if you can move your camera a bit further away from yourself, that
Okay.
can give us a better view of your very pretty face.
Is it better?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can move it a bit further if you want to. I mean, it's up to you. Yeah, that's fine. Yes. I think that's a lot better. Yeah. If you can, just slightly, we are seeing more of, we want to see you fully, your full face. So if you can move still further back, just a bit further back. We want to see your face. Then you can move the camera up. Yes, move your camera up so we can see your face. No, not quite. Not quite there. No, we can't
see myself.
see your face. No, we can't see your face. We can't see your face. Keep
Okay.
going. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yes.
Okay.
So you're welcome, Ami. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Amaka. Okay, for the purpose of this, thank you, Uzo. I'm used to Amaka.
It's okay. It's all right. Yeah, please, a brief introduction of yourself, please.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Amaka. Some people call me Frances. A practicing radiographer with a passion for mammography and breast cancer awareness. Been doing this for quite a while. In my little space, I don't have an organization, right? But in my little space, where I do as much as I can to enlighten people on the need for early detection, because it is very, very, very important and all that. And where we don't have access to treatment or access to aiding diagnosis, we're able to refer them to certain places so that they get what they need, at least they're aware, and they can also spread the news to every other person around them.
Oh, thank you so much, Amaka. I must say that you are doing so much. You know, we all must not we mustn't have an organization to. I really commend your work. Like I said, it was something I saw you that you did online that made me to say, oh no, I think I need to call Amaka. And yeah, here you are. Thank you so much for coming. Can I ask you, why do you think, especially for our women back home, because I know there are some challenges in getting our women to come for breast screening. I am fully aware that back home in Africa, I mean, most African countries, we haven't got a structure for breast screening, you know. There is no structure yet, and it's not free. People have to pay. But even though we have to pay, I mean, many of us, those that wear hair, you know, we know how much it is, you know. People that wear good ones, or not any, yes, we know how much it is, and we all buy these things, okay. We do every other thing that we need to do except what is most important. So please, can you share with us why we need to do breast screening, especially for women back home? I mean, people who are already in the UK and in the US, I don't know, wherever you're watching from, you already have a structure. You'll be invited at the right time, you go for your screening. But back home in Nigeria, where we haven't got a structure yet in place, we are very hopeful that at some point in this world and this life, our government will be touched. That's also one of the reasons why we are doing this. In case you are a government official, please help us. Help save the lives of our women. Help save the lives of our women. So please, can I ask you, what do you think early detection of breast cancer, how crucial do you think it is? And how important do you think it is for us to do the regular screening and for women to come to the hospital? Well, women back home in Nigeria, why is it important for them to come for mammograms in Nigeria? Anyway.
As we know, right, as we commonly say, early detection is key. Now, it's very important to be able to report anything you feel is abnormal to the hospital or to, your GP, But the thing with most women, I don't know if it's about the ones that are not so learned, right? They don't feel the need to actually just walk in and have themselves checked. You have in some private organizations, right? You already have like a package. Well, I use the word package, like, oh, a well woman check. So you walk into a private center and they're already selling that to you, like, oh, you could check yourself at this age. You could do this. They have like a lineup of tests for you to do. If you're 40 and above, they have a lineup of tests for you to do. Of course, that involves a lot of money, and it's a way for them to get money. But in the government institutions, we don't have that. You find that the people you have, when you talk to people about it, they're like, how much? No, nothing to my breasts. So you now have mostly the nurses coming to, because they're aware, and a few staff coming to have their breasts checked. Like I said, I don't know if it's about being learned or not being learned enough. So like what I did or what I have done in the past is to take this to the market, to explain to them that having your breast checked is not a big deal. At least it starts from something as simple as this. So you teach them the simple steps of, the self-breast examination, and probably having to write it down, to take notes as to what they notice. And for those that don't understand or don't know how to write, they should just walk into a hospital to say, oh, I felt this thing, but I don't know, is it normal? Let somebody else help you check. And then if it's not, it's still not a death sentence. These are the steps to follow. These are the things to do. And if we're able to detect the problems on time or whatever it is on time, I mean, you might not go as far as spending so much money in the long run. A lot of people come to the hospital when it is already like third stage and all that. And of course, at that time, it's pretty late, So yeah, we encourage people to come. It's not as an easy task, but we're doing it. We will not relent.
Ooh, thank you so much, Amaka. So what do you think? I mean, aside the money, you mentioned that you don't know if it's about being learned, okay? And I want to ask, what other things do you think, what other factors do you think contribute to our women back home not wanting to go for mammograms?
Fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown, and maybe stigmatization, but mostly fear of the unknown. You feel a lump. You don't want to hear the C word. Because the C word means to them death. So I reject death in Jesus' name. I reject cancer in Jesus' name. That's so when you just say, come and check, no, God forbid, I don't have it in Jesus' name, and all that. We're not saying you have it. don't be afraid. Come, let's check. It could be nothing. And when you know it's nothing, when you know the steps to take, you will be helping the next woman out there. But when you live in fear, you live in denial, you don't know what you're going to do. So apart from being learned about, apart from finances, I strongly believe it's the fear of the unknown that makes people not want to come have their breast checked. And Benita said, you need to be breast aware, right? So that's like the basic, having to teach them, just know your breasts. Know what signs to look out for. Is it's one bigger than the other? Is there any form of pain? Is there, redness? Does it have the put orange sign? At least know your breasts. That's what we're trying to push that narrative first before we get into the next phase.
Wow. Personally, so there are some basic things we are taking out from what you just said. I mean, you have just said a lot in few words. You've said a lot. But I just want to emphasize on them again for the benefit of our very lovely viewers and audience. Key things, you can hear that. Please do not be afraid to go for mammograms. Don't be afraid. It is better you find out early and your life is saved, and then you can crack on with the things, your life again. Because the truth is, I mean, like one of my very favorite preachers, Apostle Joshua Selman, he said something. He said, you have only one body. You are only allowed one body. So being a wonderful wife, beautiful wife, wonderful mother, wonderful, what else? Daughter, wonderful friend, everything wonderful will not be possible the moment you don't have that body. So we can't overemphasize that you need to be your own health advocate.
Oh, yeah.
Check your breasts. Like she said, the first thing is for you to know your normal. When you know your normal, then it's easier to find out when there is something abnormal. Before the end of this, Amaka, can you tell us run us through very briefly what you think will I have here. Yes, the role of mammography as a mammographer. What do you think is the role of mammography in breast cancer screening?
Well, it's still both. It's still around what we've been saying since. The role of mammography is to be able to detect any lesions in the breast. Lesions, for those that don't know, any abnormality in the breast, right? So that's for 40 years and above. And for those that are less than 40, we do what we call the sonomammogram, which is the ultrasound, right? And for some people with, okay, I'm trying to use the layman's word now, high density, okay, I'm just thinking of another word. Okay, we use the term density with very dense breasts. Let me see, what's the word? Another word for it. With very thick breasts or something, right? After doing the mammogram, we now recommend to do an additional imaging, which most times in Nigeria is a breast scan, to see if there's any lesion behind the dense tissues, So it's, sorry, trying to rephrase. The role of mammogram is to be able to detect the lesions or any problems or any lumps in the breast. And then the ultrasound could now help to detect if that lump or lesion that was seen is a cystic one or a solid one. For those that don't know what cystic means, a fluid-filled sac, in the breast, no matter the size. And we could be able to detect if there are lesions in the axilla, that's the armpits, like lymph nodes, if there are lots of lymph nodes there, so the mammogram will be able to detect that as well. But we recommend that for 40 years and above. And like I said earlier, if you're below 40, the first line of imaging for you should be a breast ultrasound.
Okay, thank you so much. Amaka, please, for the benefit of everyone, not just people who are in the medical field or people who are learned, can you please tell us what a mammogram is? You've been talking about a mammogram. There could be some people in our audience, and this is why I we at Kai have decided to come live on Facebook. I mean, you get just the learned people logging into Zoom to come for a webinar. Okay, but there are people here on Facebook or who is going to come listen to a rebroadcast later who do not know what a mammogram is. Can you please very briefly tell us what is a mammogram, and tell us again, what age did you say we can go for a mammogram, and why do we need to go for that mammogram? Thank you.
Okay. Simply put, a mammogram is an imaging of the breast using X-rays, also using ultrasound, because I mean ultrasound is sonomammogram. In advanced places, not Nigeria, we also have the breast MRI. You know, we have DVT, right? But in Nigeria or in Africa, right here, a mammogram is simply put imaging of the breast using either X-rays or ultrasound. We recommend a mammogram for 40 years and above. And if you're below 40, we recommend a breast ultrasound. Breast ultrasound is just the same way. Just imagine you, a pregnant woman goes for a scan. So it's the same way using the probe on the breast. Then for the mammogram, using X-rays, we place it on the image receptor and try to flatten it out. For those that don't know, you know, flatten it out and then expose the X-rays. It's a bit uncomfortable, not painful, but people have that fear as well that, oh, it's painful, but it's pretty uncomfortable. Yes, and
That really, yeah, that just brought me to another question I wanted to ask you. So some people are scared of going for mammograms, and it's not just in Nigeria, in so many other places, because they feel it is painful. So we want to ask you, mammographer Amaka, please, is mammogram painful, and should we not go for it?
It is uncomfortable. It's not painful. Okay, let me be very realistic, right? If you're really busty, it could be a walk in the park, because it's more like you have some form of suckle with a plenty busts, right? But for those with very tiny breasts, yes, it could be painful. Not painful, like, you know, over the top, but, you know, we're having to take out every flesh and every tissue we can. So yes, you will experience more discomfort than those that are bustier than the other ones. And of course, we'll explain that to you when you come in. And it's just for a period of just a few seconds. So we just tell you, oh, just bear it for a few seconds and we're done. And really, we're done in 3 seconds. But those that are really, really busty, is usually a walk in the park for them.
Oh, Maka, we can't thank you enough. Thank you so much.
Sorry,
One more question I have.
May I add that it's
Yes,
not
please.
just for women, you know, I mean, men also make up less than 1% of those with breast cancers. At least I've been able to do mammograms on like 3 to 4 men that came in with gynecomastia, that's enlarged breast. Eventually, it wasn't cancer, but it was good that they came in to have themselves checked. So people think breast cancer is just for women alone. No, we try to also create the awareness for men that it could happen to, they could be part of the less than 1%. So it's always good for them to know what they're up against. And then, of course, when they are aware, they can also educate the next woman or the next man about it in case they feel any lump in their breast. They're able to know what to do and where to go to.
Oh, thank you so much, Amaka. I mean, you've said it all. You've said it all. I hope that we are all learning. And like I said, please, if there is someone that you think would benefit to listen to this, and if there are questions that you want to ask Amaka, or ask any of the presenters, if there are questions that you have, can you please drop them in the comment section, and there will be time for that. We promise to do justice to that when we get to that. Amaka, we also need to invite Uka Amaka. Uka Amaka, please, if you are watching, can you please log off and log on again? Because I can't find you to invite you on video. Can you please log off and log on again? Amaka, I'm so sorry for this. I'm coming back to you. I mean, you have already done so much. As a way of rounding up for you for now, what do you think that individuals should do, especially back home? Because I understand the challenges are so much, and it's making people truly not come for this screening. And the more they don't come, obviously they find things out, and then we don't want that other end. So what do you think that individuals can do to overcome some of these barriers and fears that they have to go for breast screening as well women? What do you think they can do to overcome it?
Like I'll say, changing the narrative, right? That knowing that you have cancer doesn't mean that you're going to die. Because like I said earlier, the fear of the unknown, they feel having a lump means you're going to have cancer, then cancer is equal to death. But if we change that narrative, that if you're able to detect on time, you're not going to die, right? Ewa said something that your cancer journey is unique to you. We're not saying that every cancer is death or every cancer will not lead to death, but if you have it at the back of your mind that, oh, okay, you know what, I'll go in for this, I'll check this, I'll follow the steps, and if at the end of the day treatment commences, you get timely access to treatment, you can overcome it. I have seen a lot of survivors, not just for breast cancer, for other forms of cancer. And I've also seen those that did not survive. That was because they lived in denial. But if you come out, if you understand what the process is about, and then you know what you're up against, you're able to fight that which you're up against, right? But if you don't know what you're up against, it's going to be difficult to fight that battle. So like I will encourage women to just take the first step is knowing, having your mammogram done, get your screening done first. That's the first step. And then you follow through.
Okay. If I can rephrase this same question, okay? So women are not forthcoming in Nigeria for their breast screening. And you have been able to enumerate for us some of the things. Could be money, could be. So my question again is, what is your advice? How can individuals overcome these barriers and these fears relating to screening for well women?
Maybe to subsidize the amounts for them. If in the government institutions, if the mammogram machines will work, and then have them subsidized, and probably do a proper awareness program. You say, you know what, it's not going to be just in the month of October. We'll have it maybe one week in every month or something, so that they don't lose out on their revenue generation. So okay, between 1st and 7th of every month, we're going to be having 50% off every mammogram you do or breast ultrasound. Yeah, that could probably spur them to come and at least overcome the financial barrier. For the fear, it's just to keep educating them and making them comfortable with the process. That's for the fear. And finances, like I mentioned earlier, to subsidize it for them. I don't know about the private places, but if the government institutions will subsidize mammogram and breast ultrasound for women, I'm sure that will make them come forward.
Absolutely. Oh my God, you have really, really hit the nail at the head. So please, we are using this wonderful opportunity to please, if in case you are related to anyone in government, or you are related to, or you own or run an outfit for mammograms in Nigeria, you have a radiographic center or anything, please, we implore you, in order to help save the lives of our women, please, if you can, from time to time, like Amaka has rightly said, subsidize this amount. We understand that things are tough, things are really difficult, but it will go a long way to save one life. I always say, why we do these things, it may not be for everybody. I mean, it may not be everyone that is going to come on live. It may not be everyone that would want to listen to the rebroadcast, but it could be one life that will be saved. And that one life, we don't know what that one life can do. We don't know the children that are going to be trained by that woman or that man, what those children are meant to be and how they will help the world. And so we want to protect the lives of our people, both men and women. So we beg you to help us subsidize, and to the government of Nigeria and other countries, African countries, we beg you, please, that to come to a time that we can have free breast screening, a program, a scheme that can help save the lives of our women. We really want to use this forum to just make this plea. Thank you so much, Amaka. We cannot overemphasize that. And Amaka also talked about the fear, what you can do to educate yourself. We want to use the opportunity again to say, please come on board. If you know you can help anywhere that you can to help spread this word about breast cancer awareness. Awareness, it's not something, like Amaka said, it's not like in the God forbid thing. Of course, God will forbid it, but it's in the knowing your breast, knowing your normal, so that when there's anything wrong, you can quickly go. After all, when we have headache, we go to chemist. Back home in Nigeria, is it not? We go to chemist and he'll give us paracetamol. Even here, you go over to the pharmacy and say you need, is it called here? Yes, it's still paracetamol. You still go there and you say you want paracetamol because you're having headache. It is given to you. How come when you go to breast cancer, you want to only pray? When you have headache, you don't only pray. You usually go to the chemist to buy paracetamol. So I want to beg you, if we can change the narrative, please, if you're a pastor or a man of God listening to this, I beg you in God's name to help save the lives of these people. Tell them the truth. As you are praying, let them go to the hospital. Thank you so much, Amaka. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm just going to be letting you free for now. Remember, we'll be having the question and answer session. I'm sure other people are also waiting. Let's not keep so many people waiting for so long. Again, please like, share, and follow this page as well, because Pink Room is an ongoing conversation. Okay, we are not just going to, like Amaka rightly said, it's not just about October and then it's all gone. If you have been following our page, you know that it is what we have been doing. We are not just doing, it's not only October, everybody wake up. Breast cancer awareness, so 31st of October, everybody stop. No more breast cancer. We move on with our lives as if it is not real, as if it's not happening. So we need it to be ongoing. As for the Pink Room, we are committed by the grace of God to keep bringing to you educational conversations, things that can help you, anything and everything about breast cancer on the Pink Room. Thank you so much again, Amaka. I'm going to be letting you off. I'll be bringing up Ukamaka. Ukamaka is one of a kind. Amaka, any final words? I'll call you. Okay, when I call you back for the question. Yes. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Please hang in there. Don't go. Thank you. Okay, lovely. Well done. Thank you so much, everyone, for still hanging in there. Thank you to all of you. I truly appreciate you. If you can still go ahead to share this video, someone can come in and learn one or two things, or to ask questions that have been in their mind concerning this breast cancer. Remember, the pink room is a place where you will come in and feel at home to ask questions or to discuss issues that have been in your mind concerning breast cancer. Again, anything and everything about breast cancer is discussed in the pink room. Amaka, please, Amaka, please, can you come on again? I am finding I'm having difficulties bringing you up. Can you again? Sorry, sweetheart. Can you please again once more log off and log back in, and let me see if I'll be able to have you. So very briefly about Ukamaka. Ukamaka has been amazing. She has been doing so much in this area of breast cancer, especially back home in Africa, in Nigeria. Ukamaka has done so much. She has been involved in outreaches. She's been involved in, in fact, Ukamaka takes it upon herself to call women one-on-one to plead with them to go for mammograms when they find something in their breast. So we really, really, I appreciate her. Ukamaka, please, can you log off, log back on again so that I can bring you up, if that's okay. If that's okay. Can you please log off and log back on? While we are waiting for her, few things that we are taking away. I hope this has really been helpful to someone, okay? That this is a time well spent. That you understand there is need for you to go for your mammogram. There is need for you to talk when you have a problem with your breast. We are going to be discussing with Ukamaka so many things, including the stigma, which is one huge thing in breast cancer in Africa, not just in Africa. Even here in other developed countries, the Black and African, the Black minority, they have this same problem of stigmatization. So we'll be discussing that in full with Ukamaka as she joins us. She has so much experience in the things that she has done. Ukamaka, please, can you come in again? Can you log off and log back on, and then I'll be able to invite you in. Right now, I'm finding it difficult to do that. Can you log off and log back in? Right now, I'm not seeing you at all. I can't invite you. Okay. So while we are waiting for Ukamaka, if you have questions, yes, we are collating the questions. If you have any question, your questions on this program, any question at all, if you have your question for Benita or for Ewa or for Amaka, the mammographer, Ewa is Ewa, Amaka, and Benita. If you have questions for any of them, if you want to direct it to any of them, please drop it in the comment section and we will do due diligence to it, if that's okay. Ukamaka, can you come? Are you there? Ukamaka, are you there? Please, can you log off and log back in? In that way, I can bring you on camera. I don't know if she can hear me. Okay, while we are still waiting for Ukamaka to join us, can we take some of the questions in the... No, not yet. Not yet, Ukamaka, I cannot see you. Can you please log off and log back in? I can't see you. If you can log off and log back in, then I'll be able to bring you on. I cannot see you, sweetheart. You can hear. Log off, Ukamaka. Log off completely from this live video. Log back in, and then I'll be able to invite you in. Oh, Amaka, you can go. Yes, yes, yes. Benita is telling you something that you can do. Please, we can't do without what you are going to tell us, so because we know you have so much to share with us. So as we are waiting for her, we want to, if we can attend to some of the questions. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm here. Some of the questions. So somebody said, hey, Ukamaka, we still can't see you. Can you please log off and log back in? And then I'll be able to invite you. You can hear. Oh my God. Okay. As we are waiting for her, I'm just scrolling through the questions to answer some of the questions. If you have any question, please drop in the comment section so that we can answer you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I can see lots of yeah, I can see lots of people saying kudos. Thank you. We just hope this helps someone. We hope it helps someone. We still can't see you, Ukamaka. We still can't see you. We still can't see you. Are you finding it difficult? Please just hang in there for a minute or two. So any questions at all? Any questions? We can't see Ukamaka, unfortunately. Any questions on what we've done so far? If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. Let us tackle with your question. Do you have any question on breast cancer or what any of the speakers have said so far? We really would have loved to have Ukamaka. Looks like she's finding it difficult to come in. I think she's finding it difficult to come in. Okay, so Benita, can we have you in very, very, very briefly to give us final words on today's program? And yeah, I'm just going to bring you on now. If you can just give us final words. Benita, are you there? Yes. Benita is coming on. Benita, can you give us some final words, especially as it relates to stigmatization for people who are still in their journey? So I'm adding Benita, and she's joining us very, very shortly. Also, Ewa, please get ready. I'll be calling you in very briefly to just give us your final words, and yeah, we might have to be wrapping up from there. Remember, the Pink Room is it's ongoing. It's not just for October. The Pink Room is ongoing. So we encourage you to please keep tuning in. Follow us so you can know when next we are coming and what events that we have. When you follow us, also click on the notification bell, and with that you'll be able to they can notify you anytime that we are coming on live. It's good that we learn these things. Okay. Yeah, so we can't see Ukamaka. It's also difficult for Benita. Benita, can you log off and log back in? Okay, let's see who else is able to come on and give us her final words. Yes. Okay. Benita is here. I'm trying to add you. Benita is adding, but you are still not coming up. Are you happy to? Benita is still not able to. He's not coming up. Benita, can you ask me to add you, to bring you on camera? Yes. Good. That's a good one. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Lovely. Lovely. We can't hear you, Benita. It's like you are muted. Yay. And we also have lovely Ewa as well. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. So please, lovely ladies, you go first, Benita. What are your final words to us as we wrap up today's event? You are muted, lovely. We can't hear you.
Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yes,
Yeah?
we can hear you now.
Okay. I think what I was going to say is we all need to know that we all have responsibility in fighting this deadly disease. Sister Ewa, I have to acknowledge you for what you did today. It takes a lot of courage to come on live and talk about your journey. And you were very natural, and everything you said was from the heart. And I am very motivated. I learned quite a lot from you. And it just goes to show that we all have responsibility, every single one of us, and it's incredible how much we can achieve just on our own and when we even come together. So the message here is the women we're trying to support and the men, they have responsibilities, right? We, the advocates, we have responsibility. The government has every single one of us. But what I found out is there's a lot we can achieve all together, even without the government agency. We're still waiting for them to catch up, but we can achieve a lot. We can't just fold our hands and say the government is not doing this, the government is not doing that, right? And thank goodness we have been exposed and we've experienced the world outside Africa and the world outside Nigeria, and we've seen what the models and what worked for them. What I'm telling us is let's come together to remove the barriers. We can see from Frances, from everyone, we've identified that there's a lot of barriers. No matter what it is, there's a lot of barriers. It could be that they're not learned, but as I've also seen learned people say, God forbid, I can't go. Why am I looking for what is not there, right? So it's not even, there's a lot of factors. It's multifaceted. So let's come together and identify what these barriers, we've identified quite a lot, and then let's work together to start to remove these barriers one after the other, so that these women can know and all of us can know that these are what our responsibilities are. The two ladies I told you about, the two examples, the extremes. I told you about the early detected one and then the advanced one, right? The difference. The first one, the one that was detected earlier, cost only 300,000 naira, only, from beginning to the end.
You see, because it was early.
And yes, and the late one, we've spent over 1.5 million, and
Wow.
we're still going,
Wow.
right? So you see the difference, and it's not everyone that can afford that. But if it's 300, you can have Sister Ewa say, oh, with the new exchange rates, I can afford to give someone 300,000 to go for their treatment and save their lives. But if it runs in millions, it would be hard. It's overwhelming. You're like, I don't even have such amount of money. And it would be hard to even secure the funding to help. Because at the end of the day, as much as we're removing the barriers, one of the barriers is finances. So, and it's one of the barriers that we'll have to remove, which means we need to provide the access. So we're educating them, we're providing them access, we're providing them patient navigation. So let's work together to remove the barriers. That's my message this morning for me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Looks like Okamaka is coming.
Okay.
But Sister Ewa, there is need for me to let you go because I'm sure there are other things that you want to attend to. Thank you so much, Benita. We are so grateful. Thank you. Wow, finally, Okamaka is here. Okamaka, we are happy to have you. And
I'm
you see,
surprised why you people are not getting me.
I don't know, honestly. It's I don't know. But anyway, you are here now. And so you are welcome.
Okay. Thank
Very
you so
very
much.
quickly, if we can get into it, what do you think is the current state of what are the like unique challenges that you have faced? Because I understand that you've done a lot of work back home in Nigeria for promoting breast cancer awareness. So I want to know, we want to know, our audience would like to know today, what are the unique challenges that you have faced in promoting breast cancer awareness in Nigeria?
Thank you so much for inviting me to this event. I so much appreciate. Although I'm not feeling fine, but I said I must be in this event.
Thank you.
Then let me introduce myself. Uh, I am Mrs. Obueze, but me Obuke. You understand? I still maintain my name, my daddy's name. Then I'm a businesswoman, former banker, but right now I'm working with Rose Vessels. Mr. Benita is my boss. You understand? So I am so happy to be here. Then I have listened to most of the conversation. Then I will take from Ewa. I must commend her. She's a very strong woman. Like when she was telling her story, I was shedding tears because I have friends. I have a friend, a very close friend of mine. See, Ewa was able to open up, but my friend that sees every day, chats every day, she was not able to share with me, even when I was sharing, like educating her about the breast cancer, our awareness, and all that. So I would like to take from Ewa, especially the where she mentions stigma. Uh, like the stigma is the major problem. Like you asked me the challenges. Most of people they don't open up because of being afraid of what and how their spouse, most of them, the stigma comes from the relatives and also comes from the spouse. And you can imagine, like, let me say from two or three of our patients in like my 1 year of working with Rose Breast Health, we have had like two or three patients when they were diagnosed, their spouse left them. Their spouse left them. So you can imagine such a thing. Someone that's supposed to be with you at your like difficult moments, the relative left you, your spouse left you, and you're alone with your children. So you can imagine the person is passing through the disease trauma, passing what will I call it? Passing emotional and physical trauma. You understand? So most times, eh, we here in Nigeria, most of our men, I don't know whether is it lack of education or is it illiteracy. I don't know. Is it how, like Ewa said, our culture? Is it like how our culture is? Do you understand? So most of our women is not the disease that is even killing them more. Is the relative people that are supposed to be with you when your things are going so bad like that. They will all leave you. Like there's this one of my friends. The day I went discussing with them about the issue, I don't even know that she was having it also. So the when when we are discussing in the process, she opened up, and the husband was like rocking her in front of him. Do you understand? So I met her during this journey of this Rose Breast Health outreach, because most of them, the poor outreach is another barrier. Do you understand? So in the process, the husband was like mocking her that why she's having lump is because she's always refusing the husband to suck the breast. Like, I don't know. Like this, I was so mad, but you don't have to show the person you came to discuss with that your emotions and all that. So then another thing, I will take another thing from Amaka that I spoke earlier, that most people are afraid of fear of unknown. Like I don't call it fear of unknown. I'm calling it. I call this fear of rejection. Do you understand? Because most people, I don't know whether it's because they don't have the knowledge about the disease. Most people don't have knowledge about it anyway. But I call it fear of rejection. Okay, let me give you an example. There's this young lady, since 8 years old girl, that died recently from breast cancer. She was diagnosed around when she was 27. The her doctor like advised her to go on with treatment immediately, because I think her own is no more stage 2 or whatever. So her doctor now asked her to start treatment immediately with him. But do you know she refused? Do you know why? She said that at 28 that she did not marry on time. And secondly, that if she opened up, that her suitor, somebody that is seeking her hand in marriage, will leave her. So
Okamaka, please,
the
can
process,
I keep you there again? You know, unfortunately, this was
okay,
exactly what I did to Sister Ewa. Can I keep you there and still and beg us, every one and every one of us, can we please share this live broadcast again? Someone can benefit, might, and will actually benefit from this story you are about to share. Because I've heard this story from you, and honestly, it's scary. There is need for more people to come in and hear this, and hear this story straight from the horse's mouth, straight from someone who is inside there, okay, in the community, actively spreading the good news of breast cancer awareness. So please, can we take 1 minute, just 1 or 2 minutes to share again? Please share again this live broadcast. Share this live broadcast.
okay,
Let more people come in. Okay, this story that she's about to give us, it is very important that you listen to it. Very important. Anukamaka, please, if you can maybe increase the volume of your device or something. We really want to hear this story. Thank you.
okay.
Sorry for that.
So
Yeah, go on.
sorry, like I was saying, according to Amaka, she's calling it fear of unknown, but I'm calling it fear of rejection. So the story I'm about to give is just this young girl, young lady, 28. She died like I think 2 months ago. It was when she died that I got to know her story, because most times I go to hospitals, I go to churches, tell people about breast cancer, how to take it and all that. I'm not a doctor anyway, but I'm trying my best in my own capacity. Do you understand? So the one of the doctors. So when we are sharing it, like we had one recent, what do they call it? Radio, live radio discussion about the breast cancer. So the doctor was sharing it, like saying the girl was 28 years old. And when she was 27, she was diagnosed of breast cancer. And then it was stage 2. Do you understand? they can still, she would have been alive by now. If she have like went through the process. So the doctor diagnosed her, and she said that she kept this secret from everybody in her, both her father, both her siblings, nobody, in fact, nobody knew about it. So the doctor advised her to like treat herself, to start treatment immediately so that they will not cause the breast and all that. Do you know she refused, according to the doctor, because she was having suture that time, and she said that once she like go to, if the suitor gets to know about it, that the suitor is going to leave her, whatever. So the doctor kept on calling her, checking on her and all that. At a time, she now blocked the doctor, and her own, according to doctor, was aggressive one. Even within 1 year, the thing escalated to her lungs and all that. So she refused. And you know the situation of Nigeria. The suitor was coming that time, and she wanted to, do traditional wedding or white wedding before she will now let the suitor know about it. Do you know along the line, the thing escalated. According to the doctor, one of the days they were going for shopping, she collapsed. It was the suitor that took her to the hospital. So when they get to the hospital, unfortunately, like the simplest was like, this is her hospital. So they took her there. When they brought the girl, the doctor was not the one that told the suitor. Do you know, from the hospital, the man left that girl, and she now died of heartbreak and all that. The suitor left her, and maybe because of the complication of the heartbreak and all that, she died.
Mm.
Do you understand? So I don't know. I think what is the problem in Nigeria here, that the little one I know is one, poor outreach, and that's why I said I'm so happy for this program, and I'm so happy for my boss, Benita, Mrs. Benita, because she's doing a lot of things. She's the one that inspired me to start doing. I don't even know that I have capacity to do all that, because the very first time I started with her, that this patient I saw, complete 3 weeks, I did not eat, because her own was so aggressive. I don't even know there is something called breast cancer like that. The thing like ate every part of her body, even her lungs. I still have her picture, the picture of the video, because I made video that very day. So then another thing is that like when I said poor outreach, in our own capacity, I think we are trying, because I used to go to the villages, speak to people, because whenever something like that, I met one lady, a young lady, but because she's in the village, if you see her, you think she's up to 60. So she was going through the cancer, whatever. I think she was going through the cancer, whatever. But when I spoke with her, she was like, it's one of her co-wives that use jazz or whatever to, solve that problem. So I think Ewa, I must recommend her. She's a very strong woman. I still have a friend that till now she's still hiding her problem. I think after this,
Kumaka,
this
please,
thing,
can you
I'm going
speak
to
up
leave.
more? I mean, our audience is saying your voice is too low. Can you speak up a bit more, please? So sorry to say that, to interrupt.
Sorry, yeah, I'm sick. I'm speaking with my whole voice. I don't know why
Can you
they
increase
are not
the volume
hearing me.
of your device then,
Yes,
if it's possible?
okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can they hear me very
Yes.
well now?
Yeah. I mean, it's better. Thank you. Go
So,
ahead.
okay. Remember, I said the very first thing I mentioned is poor outreach. People in the villages, they don't know about it. Most times they think according to our culture and our religion is even killing us more. Our religion is killing us more because most people, you will go to pastor. Pastor will tell you is one of your siblings that is causing the problem. You understand? The pastor will tell you is one of your siblings or one of your co-wife or one of your brother-in-law that doesn't want to do all that. So that perception in them, we need to remove it. Like how will we remove it? Is by talking to them. Like the little I know I do. Most times, if I see any gathering like women, I will start talking about breast cancer, how to detect it and how to cure yourself if you have it. I'll start giving them, like trying to make them wonder, like this my friend is like a difficult one. I'm trying to let her open up so that she can get the help she wants. I think she's seeing me right now because I added her. I want her to, when Ewa was talking, I said it to her and I tagged her because I want her to be involved in this program so that she'll be able to speak up and seek for help. So most of us, we more outreach, fear of rejection, and all that has been our problem in Nigeria, and especially the religion. Religion is killing us more in Nigeria. I am telling you, that is the worst barrier we have in Nigeria. Churches, especially pastors, they can impact rubbish. Most of them, when you're even talking with them, they will say, God forbid, back to sender. When you're talking with somebody that needed help, they will be like telling you, God forbid, back to sender and all that. It will never happen. Like last year, I was having pain with my left breast. I was having serious pain. So I went to the hospital. I went for scan. I thought it was cancer because no lumps, nothing. But I was feeling so pain. So I took one of my friends. When I was able to get the courage, I took one of my friends and went to the hospital. Behold, they did not see anything. So the doctor we are using for breast cancer, whatever, she told me that it's hormones. And she even recommended the drug I will be taking. So I was able to use that my experience and be sharing and trying to let women, be proud of themselves. And another thing is women empowerment and also self-love. Most women, they don't love themselves because when you love yourself, even if when you get more scratch, you will go and check yourself. But most women in Nigeria, they don't love themselves. How can you be passing through things and you don't want to go and check what is wrong with you? For past 1 week now, I've been going to the hospital. So this is what I want our women to start doing. People that are listening. So I promote my cap for Ewa for being like so proud. When she was talking, if you see my body, I was like shedding tears, and as well I was having good symptoms because she speaks like nothing happened, like it's just a normal thing to do. But here in Nigeria, most women cannot do that. I am just telling you from experience. And I think we have more work. And that more work is, like you're doing it now, I want this program to be, even if it's possible, every week. I am telling you, because we are going to, increase the morale of women, increase their confidence, because most women, they don't love themselves. Let me tell you this story. Do you know, there's, like I recommend Ewa's husband, when she said that the husband is kind of funny, making her to laugh out the problem and all that. Let me tell you this story. There's this lady. Do you know who found out her husband was the one that was able to say, when they were having intimacy and all that, the husband was like, babe, this your breast, you get as the look these days, though, that the breast is like, it's not normal anymore. Behold, they went to the hospital, they recovered something. So you can see our men can also help us. I've told you about 3 or 4 persons that their husbands were left them because they were having this. So let's start like do more of this program. We invite men to also to come and be part of it. It's very important. We need them to hear from people that survive and all that. Then also, I think that our work for increasing the awareness, most people they don't know about it. Like I see most people inside the village, most of them don't know about it. They think everything is juju. Do you understand? So I think from where, like, I wrote out 4 things I think we should be doing, like educating people about this breast cancer is very crucial. Let's just do it. Then people that have it already, I think we should support them, moral support, you know, financial support. Then like if we can get like therapists for them, but like most times I do talk to them on my own capacity. Do you understand? Then another thing is also funding the research. We need more research, how they can prevent it, and what is the causes of it, and all that. So that's all I have to say now. Like, I appreciate you so much for involving me in this program. I am so pleased. I contacted so many people to be, and I think I can see their names. I can see Eberora is a friend of mine. So I am so happy, and I pray through this platform that women will get more awareness about the breast cancer. Thank you so much.
Ukamaka, we can actually leave you here and just leave it to you for the rest of the day. Me, I don't feel like stopping you. If it's not for this thing called time, I sincerely would have left you to go on, because every word that you are saying here, you are speaking from, I mean, you are there, okay? You are there, you've seen it, you've heard it, and you are giving it to us from the horse's mouth. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. Like all the questions I have here to ask you, you have actually answered all of them. I don't need to ask any other question. You have done justice. You have done justice. And by God's grace, we will be having you on other programs, okay?
So
Other
I have so much
conversations
to
on
say.
this
I
issue.
have so much to
I
say.
believe you
But
have
because
so
of
much.
time,
Yes, just for time's sake. Honestly, we have already gone way beyond it, but because of some of the technical difficulties and all that. So we are so sorry. We are going. We have actually gone beyond the time we stipulated for this very, very
Ewa,
important.
hi. Ewa, please, I would like to have a number
Okay,
so that you can speak to one of my patients.
I'm sure you will
Ewa,
get her
I would like
number.
to,
Yes,
yes,
I'm sure
I
you
would like
get
to
her
have
number.
a
We are all on the same platform, okay? Thank you
number.
so much, Ukamaka. I just want to say a few things that just before Sister Ewa gives us her final words for today, because we'll be having her. We just have to have her. We haven't got a choice. We have to have her on this platform. She's an enigma, like I said. Okay, so but before we do that, I want to very quickly say that the Pink Room is an ongoing conversation. Please ensure that you come on into this conversation. Bring your points, bring your questions. We'll be having more people as well, the professionals, people in the field, who will be coming around to talk to us for anything and everything about breast cancer. Okay. I just wanted to pick up some very crucial things that cannot be overemphasized in what Okamaka has said. Okay. And as a matter of fact, from everything that we've done, that religion is one of the main problems that we have. Now, religion is the best thing ever. I am a born again. I love God so much. And I believe so many of us as well. So this program is not just meant for Christians. Okay. So I want to use this opportunity to emphasize the fact that because you are a Christian, because you go to church, does not mean that when you find a problem on your breast, you should just go to church to pray. How come you don't believe that it's God that has brought the doctors, that have brought the nurses, the mammographers? Is it not God? Is that not miracle on its own that God has given these people the capacity to know these things? I really want to encourage us. Please, as you pray, like I said before, I do not undermine the place of our very wonderful health practitioners. But like I said, when you pray, even you pray for that medical doctor that will treat you on that day. Please, that doctor should, be a good, of course, all medical professionals, my kudos to all of you, all of us. Okay, we are doing amazing, amazing work. But the point I'm trying to make, is that when you pray to God for God to bless them and help them to come and serve you well. Because already they are doing fantastic job to help save your life. So why would you make do of the wonderful opportunity, a miracle that God has given you through doctors and nurses and mammographers and all that? Please don't be deceived. I really want to emphasize this. Don't be deceived by any. In fact, there was another Ukamaka, we will have you again. There was another very sad story of Ukamaka saying that someone had asked the preacher or the pastor, asked the woman to bring the money she was supposed to use and go and treat herself, to bring the money and give to him so that he can prescribe prayers. Don't worry, not today. Calm down. We will talk about this on another program. But this is, I just want to just point it out, because between now and then, there could be someone who will find something again on her breast and still go to her pastor. Please, I do not discourage you from going to your pastor to share, like Sister Ewa said. That could be your support group or support person, okay? But when you do that, please do not stop. Do not, how do I say? Make sure you go to the doctor. The doctor is the appropriate person that God has placed for you. Go to the doctor, let the doctor help you. As he's helping you, you are praying as well for God's healing power upon you. Okay? Thank you so much. That's one serious thing that Ukamaka said. And in fact, Ukamaka's stories are so many. And these are things that are going on. Another very important thing is what she talked about the men. In our next session, hopefully we'll be having a man in our midst who will be able to talk to his fellow men and encourage them to encourage their wives and to love their wives unconditionally, such that when this kind of, because if you have noticed, I mean, like Hamaka would say, I also understand them. If you notice that the man will pick race, if you tell him that you have a problem with your breast, somehow, because of our culture, we love to stay married. We don't leave, we don't abandon, we are not built to abandon marriages. So please, we are using this opportunity to encourage the men in our midst to please support your women when they are going through such journey. Please support them. And like I said, next time we will endeavor to have a man in our midst to help spread this good news. Okay, so thank you so much, Ukamaka. Thank you once again. Sister Ewa, as a way of saying goodbye, wrapping up, what final words can you drop for us before we close?
Thank you so much. Well done, everybody. Okay, so quickly, my last words are would be to anyone going through the cancer journey. And I just want to say that the whole idea of this platform, of coming here, is to help, is to support, is to, through the lenses of the professional, through the lenses of someone who has gone through the journey, help you. When we say cancer, it's peculiar because there's so many twists and turns with it. Sometimes it comes with pain. Sometimes it comes with a lot of negativity. So how do you travel down this journey so that you can avoid the pitfalls? Do you understand? You have tips to help you, and that's why we're here. So what I'm trying to say is, you see all the stigmatization. Stigmatization has been before you were born. Do you understand? Stigmatization has been before you were born. It doesn't have to do with cancer alone. There's a lot. And so much of the stigmatization is put on the women. Now, why I'm saying so is so that you will understand it and you will liberate yourself. After you, stigmatization will continue. So how are you going to navigate through this journey in such a way that you come out on the other side? Is to look at this stigma and say, is it helping me or not? When they put out that stigma, they weren't thinking about you. It's just a blanket cover. So you're going to say, my case is different. I'm going to go to the doctors. I'm going to pray. And God is going to hear me. So what I'm just trying to say is that, please, don't be deceived by any blanket anybody wants to put through you. That's why we're talking about informing yourself, having people on your side, to support you. And the other thing is that Okamaka was talking, some women don't know who they are. So when you say, when she was saying that they don't love themselves, you see, there's just so much to it. But for me, what it did for me is, I don't pray for my worst enemy, but just as Udo asked me, that it has refined me. It has made me a better person. Do you understand? Let me digress a bit. My hair used to be very long, very thick, very curls. Hairdressers used to find it very difficult to go through. But after cancer, my hair is very soft now. It's long, it's so easy. My daughter will touch my hair and say, is this your hair? I want this hair. Anyway, that's on the lighter mode. So what I'm just trying to say is that, please, whatever anybody is telling you, check it, look at it again, go for a second opinion, go for a third opinion. What you are saying to yourself is, I'm going to live, I will not die. And when you're saying that, you're backing it up with action of life. You're doing things that have to do with life. You understand? When they start talking about move away from there. When somebody says, oh, what sin did you commit? The truth is that Christ came. He did not come for the people that did not sin. He came for the sinners. He came to destroy the works of the enemy. And even if you have committed a sin, the God that we serve is merciful. The blood of Jesus came to wash you and came for the remission of your sins. So don't allow anybody to put you in that guilt corner where you feel, oh, you have sinned, so can come and kill you. No, free your mind, free yourself. So, there's so much that I can share, but what I'm just trying to tell us is, please, Christ, because the enemy came to kill, to steal, to destroy. That's what Christ came to do. But Christ came to give you life, and life more abundantly. Please choose life, my sisters. Please choose life, my brothers. God bless you. Thank you for the opportunity.
So, with that, we bring this to a wrap. We want to thank everybody. First of all, to God Almighty. I tell you, Kind Heart Foundation is about honoring God and serving humanity. This is all we are about. This is all we are about. Honoring this God and serving humanity. I want to thank this God who has made this possible. I want to give him, Papa, thank you. And I must thank my darling husband. This man who has allowed me to do this. This man who is the chairman of this Kind Hearts Charity. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much, Daddy. I must acknowledge you. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you do. And I would thank all my wonderful participants for the time you have spent leaving everything that you are doing. Please, I hope that when next I call you, that you will please do well to answer us so that we can continue with this. And I want to call more people to come on board. Okay, you can send me a personal message if you are interested in helping in this thing, to help, to volunteer, to help in spreading this news about breast cancer. Just like Okamaka, who is not a medical professional, yet very passionate about spreading this news about breast cancer. And also, I cannot end without saying, breast cancer awareness, finding it early detection remains key. Please, I beg you, keep being breast aware. Keep being breast aware. Know your normal, and when there is anything different from that, then do well to speak to the doctor. Please, before we end, I just want to quickly say again, make the medical disclaimer once more, in case you are just joining and you are hearing this, although we are at the end of it, that this program that you've just heard is not intended, it's only giving us information and not intended as medical diagnosis or treatment. It is not meant to replace consultation with a qualified medical practitioner. It is not meant to advocate or recommend the purchase of any product whatsoever, or to endorse or guarantee the credentials or appropriateness of any healthcare provider. So we strongly, here in Kind Hearts, here in the Pink Room, we strongly suggest that you consult your healthcare professional for specific advice about your situation. Please do well to follow us, like, and share. If there are other things, any questions that you have subsequently, you can drop it in the comment section or send a personal message to us at Kind Heart, and we will add it to our subsequent programs, okay? And then we can treat and deal with them, okay? We will be having our next session, God willing, last Sunday in November. So we are going to be gathering again. We're going to be having lovely people who are going to be speaking to us to teach us more about breast cancer. Remember, in the Pink Room, we discuss anything and everything about breast cancer. God bless you all for coming. God bless you all. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Bye. Bye-bye.